Okay.
Yay! Well, welcome. It is Feng Shui Friday, and we are all in alignment with Anita and Cheryl. Greetings,
Good
greetings.
morning. Good morning.
Good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching this. Thank you for joining us. So, my friend, deep breath. Been a crazy morning already.
Yep.
So I have to
Um,
share, Anita and I are going to be in Las Vegas speaking at Gatherama here within 2 weeks, like less than 2 weeks. And one of the vendors, the artist behind this, Mariana de la Vega, is also attending as a vendor. And she
ooh.
sent me some pictures of what she's just created. OMG, specifically for the event. It's not all sacred geometry. So she's just back from a trip to Japan, an anniversary trip with her husband, and she was so inspired to create some different stuff when she came home. She's just been going crazy. So I
Mm.
can't wait for you to see some of her new artwork. Woo! I
Ooh.
can't wait to see it.
I
I
was gonna
can't wait
say,
for it.
do I get to have a sneak peek?
I could probably share the pictures with you.
Mm.
Or at Mariana de la Vega, if you're watching this, post them. Post them in this chat, and then everybody knows about
Yes.
your art because man, this girl is talented.
Um, you're gonna have to keep talking because I have
Okay,
to go back over to our other page
sure.
and see if anybody put up their hand.
Oh, yeah, because it is the first Friday of the month where
Oh.
we do oracle card readings from the Feng Shui Personal Paradise card deck by Tara Catherine Collins. And we've been doing this now for over 3 years, which is really cool. And that you can watch all the episodes on our YouTube, All in Alignment page. You can watch them on our Facebook group, All in Alignment. I know, shocking, right? We keep using the same name, All in Alignment. Yay. You'd almost think that was planned or something. And we take cards, we're shuffling them. I've got a deck here, but it's people who raise their hand that want to know what's going on with their environment because it's all feng shui. Everything is energy. We're energy and we're all connected. And often I get the inspiration to shuffle in the morning. Today I did not get that inspiration. So
Oh.
I'm starting to shuffle right now because we'll find out who's raising their hand to get a card reading, which is quite fun. It's always interesting what comes up for people. And it's not just for the person in general. What we've learned is the card and the messages for everybody watching.
Okay, well, one person found us. Good morning, Claire.
Good morning, Claire.
Good
Yay.
morning. And yeah, there were no previous comments about anybody wanting a reading.
Okay.
So we'll just give everybody a few minutes to find us and then we'll go from there. How's that?
That sounds absolutely
I'll
wonderful.
shuffle, you'll shuffle.
I'll shuffle. We'll both shuffle.
Oh, oh,
Um,
oh.
oh,
Claire
oh, oh.
says, yes, of course, she's here. Of course, she wants it.
Perfect. Of course, of course. So let's talk about Gatherama for a second. So we're going to be speaking in Las Vegas. Yay! Live on the international stage. Yay! That's so
Go Phoenix.
exciting. And we've been working on our new presentation. Yay! And I'm freaking out because this woman knows so much. And it's like, okay, I need to start memorizing this stuff. I need to get my part down.
Yeah, you know what? We just have to show up as our authentic self and trust in the divine timing and all is well.
Yes, and be authentic, but we
Uh,
also don't want
uh,
to stand up there and say,
oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, because squirrel over here.
Not just there. And we do get off on tangents, shocking as that may seem. All right. So have we found anybody else or anybody else find us? Not just
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
Well, I've had one card come out.
Yeah, I had one card come out too.
And maybe
Do you
we're
want to
just
do a
doing the
collective and I'll
collective.
do for Claire?
Pardon me? I'm doing collective and you're doing Claire. Is that what I heard you say?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
What is it Claire needs to know today? What is it she needs to know
Oh.
today? You're jumping out. I'll just wait for one more to jump out.
Well, you chat and shuffle and I'm going to step aside.
And then we also have to let everybody know that we have our Power of an Unstoppable Woman event happening in October in Red Deer, Alberta. And we have our VIP tickets on early bird pricing until May the 10th. So that's only a week away. Good morning, Marta. Good morning, Marty. Claire's already got her ticket. Good morning, Dell. There we go. We got some people joining us now. Okay, cards were flying out. Okay, so Claire, what do we got going on for you? We got windows and doors, wealth and prosperity, and a family room. Well, let's start with the windows and doors. So the windows of the home are considered, just like our own eyes are considered the windows to the soul. The windows of our home, we want to make sure that we can see out them clearly. So of course, spring is here, and I know in my own home, there's a few windows that need some cleaning. We want to make sure that we can see clearly out the window, and then whatever we're looking out the window is pleasant. And, a lot of times we can't change that view if it's a neighbor or something. So then maybe you could hang something in the window to divert your attention or whatever. But I think, the card coming up with the wealth and prosperity card is saying to you that there are opportunities. There are things out there that maybe are a little bit clouded right now. Maybe we can't see them clearly. And so it's an opportunity to enhance that outdoor space, that is then also going to enhance the inner space. And it has something to do with your wealth and prosperity. So again, we look at the wealth and prosperity card when it comes up. It's an opportunity to say, are we looking to create some new funds for a special project, or maybe a family vacation, because we've got family room up there, right? So I don't know if you're planning a family vacation and you're thinking, how the heck am I going to do all that? Well, guess what? Now you can look at the wealth and prosperity area in your home and say, what can I do to enhance or activate the energy, the chi? And if it is a special project or a family vacation or something like that, put something there intentionally that is going to be impressing that idea upon the subconscious mind, so that we're drawing or bringing that towards us. So hopefully that makes sense. Because I really do think that all of this has to do with, the family. It's about bringing that family together, and being able to all see or be on the same, what's it called? The same wavelength. Let's call it that. So I don't know if that makes any sense for you, Claire, but that's what I got today. And I'll tally up the cards after my partner goes. And yeah, Marty would like a reading, please, my dear.
Interesting. Going back to Claire, good morning, dearest beings of light. That Claire, there is also something about raising the bar. And as you're raising the bar, find that sweet spot. not just above, not to the extreme, but that sweet spot somewhere in the middle, like a thermostat. You're finding that perfect temperature. Onto the collective. Gardens, number 14. Animals, number 1.
Ooh.
13 affirmational belongings. Interesting, this channels animal, after all the rain and snow, decided he needed to dig in the garden at 3 a.m. upon coming back into the house. It took extra time to clean off the mud on those paws. The affirmations coming out of her mouth were not pleasant. Let us just say. So apparently for her, for this vessel, this is a reminder. This is a reminder. For the rest of you, as the Anita mentioned, this is in the spring. We are getting into the gardens here in North America. People are spending more time outside. The animals are rebirthing and birthing and reflourishing. The plant life is reflourishing and going into this growth spurt. Let that be your guide. Claire, looking towards nature for your inspiration to grow and blossom, be it in the family, be it on a vacation, be it wherever anyone is. You simply need to look outside, look to nature, and allow that to be reflected on the inside. For this is also your opportunity to refresh, to rebirth yourself, to rejuvenate. Yes. The affirmations are our belongings are one thing, but the affirmations that we hold within, no one else can hear what's going on inside. But that is being reflected in your quantum field, in your world, because even though you think it and you put a smile on your face and say, everything's okay, the universe does not hear your words. It responds to your frequency, to your vibration. So it is of utmost importance that you consider what's going on inside here and in here. And look at your heart as a new place to garden. What seeds do you want to plant within? So they may flourish without. Animals are a great indicator, shall we say, of where the chi is, where the chi flows. They're curious. And how you treat them is a reflection often of how you treat yourself, for they pick up and they mimic your personalities. We are directed to one card. Again, for everyone. The number 37, bathrooms. That is a place to release and let go. That doesn't mean you take it from the bathroom and you disperse it throughout your home. Utilize that space, that place, to release all that is no longer serving you in the heart and in the mind. We love you all dearly, and we bid you namaste.
Mm.
Mm.
Wonderful. And I want to just add that about the animals, um, that on the Hawkins scale of energy or frequency,
Mhm.
um, 500, when something's at the frequency or the scale of 500, that's love and unconditional love. And dogs, when they wag their tail, they're actually creating little wavelengths of energy. My dog goes kite. Well, we both do. They
Yeah.
they go crazy. And they're actually emitting 500 hertz in frequency.
Mm.
Cats, when they purr, right? So that unconditional love they're sending out there. And so that's kind of interesting. And Marty, I don't know that you have either a cat or a dog, but the card affirmational belonging came up, and
Oh,
maybe
that's interesting.
had a fur baby in the past. Maybe you have a picture, maybe you have an ornament of an animal. And just thinking, connecting to that energy, if it's a picture or if
Mhm.
it's, again, like a statue or something, that affirmational belonging, it's holding the energy of that frequency, that higher frequency of love. So, how cool is that? Mhm.
Very cool. Interesting that affirmational belongings came up twice. And I can't believe well, yes, I can. They used my stories as an
Mhm.
experience, but they squealed on me because I was cursing the dog.
Well, and Delmaine is joining us this morning, and she said she's working right now on a animal skull. She's been doing some amazing paintings
Mhm.
on skulls, and so she meditates with them before she paints them. And the skulls, the energy is like they need to be recognized, loved, and respected.
Oh,
Well,
interesting.
again, everything is energy. We're all
Everything
connected to
is.
it, and that energy cannot be destroyed. It only changes form.
Correct.
So how cool that you can connect into that energy spirit of that animal that is no longer on this plane, and kind of bring forth in a new form something that kind of honors and respects them, right?
Mhm.
So yeah, way cool, Maine. And
Mhm.
I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled, and the card, only one card came up for you, Maine. Card number 33,
Ooh.
Catalyst, Catalyst. And then if you add 3 and 3 together, it's a 6, which is all about spirituality. And the card is Single Woman's Bedroom. Mm. Mhm.
If I recall correctly, that's come up for Delmain before.
Well, so I'm just wondering, maybe your heart is wanting to expand out there, and you're just, holding back a little bit and just saying, yeah, I'm not ready to go yet. And again, that affirmational belongings can come into the single woman's bedroom, because what are you affirming in your space with the possessions that surround you in your bedroom? And
Absolutely.
we talked about animals. Maybe you have a collection of stuffed animals that are hanging on your bed, and there's no room for a partner. Hopefully none of those skulls are in the bedroom
Mhm.
with you, because they have horns. They might be a
All of
little
a sudden, I
protective.
had this visual of
This
Delmain
little
with a
vision
bunch
of
of
the
animal
horns sticking
skulls.
out, like, or whatever. It's like, yeah, no, there's no room for a guy in here.
That's
Um,
funny.
right. So again, it's totally up to you what you want to attract into your life, but you might want to just have a look at that space in the bedroom and say, what is affirming that I'm alone. And it's not necessarily that maybe you want to invite someone into that
Mhm.
space. You know, you might just want to have somebody you can meet for coffee once a week, and have, you know, different conversation with or something like that. But again, you know, your outer environment has to kind of match that energy in your heart, right? And maybe you want to set the stage for meeting that new partner or that person. And what does that look like? And you know, how would you treat that person? How do you want that person to treat you? And then maybe it's, again, maybe it's that self-love where you have to start treating yourself a certain way in order to attract and match or mirror that energy. Hmm.
Interesting. So I just
Yeah.
did a quick total, the 4 cards that I drew that wound up being for the collective total 11.
Mm. Mm, mm, mm.
Interesting. Interesting. Um,
Illumination.
right? So I just want to touch on that a little bit. I had a Zoom coffee date yesterday actually with a friend who, because of us, bought double digitology.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Imagine that. And
Do we
it's the
get
book.
commission every time they sell a book?
No, we don't,
We should
but
find out.
just letting Marilyn Harper and Joy Roby know that we do sell a number of your books.
Yes, we do. Well,
Anyway, we got talking about numbers, and because 11 came up, she calls it the 1111 book. It's actually called
mhm.
Double Digitology. But I want to talk about the 11 because that was the collective total. So the cards gardens, animals, bathrooms, and affirmational belongings. And the 11 represents beginning anew. Leadership on a global scale. Signal of changing relationships and starting fresh. An awakening to your purpose is necessary. A driven nature to being the change you would like to see in the world. 11 also incorporates the 2, that solid foundation. If the magnifying power of the 11 is a bit overwhelming, which for some people, especially just getting into numerology, because that's a master number, and you can read all about that, you can lower that down to a 2. So we always take all the numbers, right, of all the cards, and we narrow them down to a 2 just by continuing to add them up, which is simply the 2, divine partnership. And in the Tibetan system of duality of energy, know that you are in partnership, possibly with an 11, so that you can grow, expand, and extend your energy into an 11. If the energy of the 11 feels too strong for you, you can always breathe into the 2, which is exactly opposite to the 1 in shape. So
Love it.
now, I don't know what your cards all totaled there, girl. So our
Well, so
overall.
Claire's totaled to 5.
Mhm.
Marty's totaled to 1. And well, Delmain was a 6. So
So 7, 12, a 3.
3, which is a catalyst.
Catalyst. But the 3 and the 11 is 14 equals a
Is a
5.
5.
So we will wrap up today with the 5.
Which is about change.
It
And we
is.
are, like, again, we are in that change of season,
We're in
right?
May, the 5th month.
Let's just embrace it
Yep.
and not resist it, right? Let's just go with the change and see what happens,
Okay.
you know? And if we're resisting the change, then it's good time to go inside and ask why. What is it about this that I'm resisting?
This is so perfect because I've just gone to the 5. When the 5 shows up in your life, we see that you are looking towards a change of some kind. You may be moving in several directions because you might feel the nudge to make some changes, yet you are not sure which direction those changes will take you. So you sort of roll back and forth searching for your own balance. If 5 is your life path, that's a whole other thing. So anyway, changing in one's direction, changing in one's energy. As Anita said, change. And we're on the 5th month. So are you rolling forward to change and receiving it, or are you rolling back and resisting it? What is the saying from that one? I think it was Star Trek, resistance is futile. So you might as well just go along with the energy and step into some change, because change can be good. And it's way more fun when it's change instigated by you than when it's forced upon you.
Well, and I just got the little hit too that, you know what, again, I mean, how cool is that? Like you say, you know, we are in the 5th month and then we tallied up and we got a 5 and we're changing of the seasons. And so, you know what, let's all, you know, we invite you all to change something up in your home today.
Yeah.
Change something up. Maybe it's just change the way a piece of furniture is positioned. Change up the artwork on a wall in the bathroom. Change up, you know, put some new towels, something that perks you up. You know, it could just little things, right? Just that little change will just go, oh, that's cool, right?
Yeah, it can shift
So,
the
yeah,
energy.
just shift something, one thing. Yeah.
Yep. When Anita and I have done consultations, we can take a blanket or a throw or a scarf and lay it on a piece of furniture, and it shifts the energy in that space, like bam. So try it. You don't have to go crazy and renovate like we are. You don't have to paint all your walls, although you can. But it's so much easier to pick up some color swatches of fabric, find some scarves, wrap your pillow up in a couple scarves and see the difference it makes on your couch. Like, it doesn't have to be massive, but it can take us out of that blah.
That mundane,
especially if
right?
you're mundane, boring and blah feeling. Throw in some color. Cool. We are at the top of the hour.
We are. Well, thanks for finding us and joining us. And I believe next week we will have this thing all figured out because Facebook made some changes. Facebook doesn't want to play with Zoom anymore. So now they've made it so that we've got to do this complete little walk around upside down kind of thing. So just a heads up, if anybody else is doing a, you know, Facebook Live on a group or a page, you know,
and you're having problems,
things you have to look at. So anyways, we'll figure it out.
Thank you for joining us. We are all in alignment, creating sacred spaces. My amazing partner, Anita, and myself, Cheryl. And we do invite you to, before the VIP tickets, early bird special for Power of an Unstoppable Woman, go off sale. You might want to grab yours. It would be a great Mother's Day gift. Or, you know what? Maybe that VIP ticket is an affirmational belonging that you need. Because you are a VIP.
Yes, you are.
Have a fabulous week, everybody.
See you next week.